Perfect.
Hey y'all, hey, welcome back and happy Sunday. Welcome back to the newest edition of the Queens of Boxing Talk. I am Nik J. This is my player partner, BOXIANA the Menace, looking all luxurious and whatnot. I like the fall color hair.
I'm not hungry today.
What'd you have to eat today?
A salad.
Good. I'm glad you ate. I don't want you hangry up here. Okay.
I don't know. It just hit me out the blue, friend. I don't know what happened. I was sitting here, I was fine, and all of a sudden my stomach said, we need something immediately. Friend, you know what? I need you to do. Listen, what? Put your hair back up. You come out here one more week. Okay, because I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you what's fixing to happen. My whole back row is out, friend, and that's because my hair too soft. It's just waiting for me to run the comb through the rest of these and come out with a very silky pressy.
No, and don't you do that. And I am definitely going to put her back up, twist her back up. After what's today? Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, I'll be putting her back up. I go back to working out on Tuesday. After Tuesday, it's a wrap.
That's why I won't comb mine out, because it's no point in me be working out how I work out and then have to take this shit out. I just snatch this off when I get done. It's gonna be laying on my floor in a minute.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
get done.
Yeah, that working out and trying to keep straight, unrelaxed hair. Straight,
that shit don't work.
It does not.
Listen, and I didn't realize like how your hair would do, like work it out like that, because I've been working out 7 days a week at this point. So I was like, oh, no, this is not good for my hair. So.
Yeah, it will be twisted back up. Now I like her. It ain't quite time yet because the weather is still juicy outside, like I said.
Baby, by the time the end of December come, oh baby, that's gonna be a luxurious bitch by the time we get ready to do our New Year. So, oh baby, oh wait. Speaking of New Year's show, we doing our Halloween show next week, right? Sunday. You need to get. I hope you got your costume ready, baby. Because
is that not gonna be your birthday show as well?
Yeah, why not? Roll them all into one. We'll give them a combination package. We'll do a Halloween show and my birthday show. It's too close together to split them up, friend.
Okay. All right. Done deal. Y'all make sure y'all have y'all costumes on at the house and whatnot. Come on in the room. We're gonna get started, but before we get started, we have a guest today, guys. We don't typically just let anybody up here, especially if you're not no boxer and whatnot, but we do want to welcome into the room publicist extraordinaire. Okay, we talk a lot about people needing PR and needing help with their team and how to move and what to say and things to do with that sort. So we wanted to bring on publicist extraordinaire. You can follow her over on Twitter at A-Side Sports. This is our girl. We met her. Well, I met her. I don't know if you had met her before, but we all met in person when my friend and I were in Vegas. And y'all, I don't be liking people and whatnot. Y'all know this about me. I'm real picky about folks and whatnot. But she happens to be somebody that immediately I got a good vibe from. We clicked, and it's been nothing but positivity and whatnot. So welcome to the show. She's always in the chat. Hey, Lady J. What's up, Janae? How you doing? Yeah, y'all. This Janae that be in the comments kicking up dust and whatnot with y'all. Anyway.
Will they be kicking it up first?
Well, see, there we go. There we go. There's that. There's that. She's also, you guys, the young lady who helped orchestrate Jaron Ingram's release from TMT. Okay, so keep that in mind. We ain't talking to no anybody and whatnot. So come on in the room. Hey, Nakia, make them freeze. Corbin is in the house. Mike Most, we see you up in here behind the lens TV. How you doing? Hey, Pablo Escobar, Shogun 76, Cap Con, what's going down? D21519, Sticks and Jabs, Specs, Gorgeous Bear, Coach 67, Marcus, Jason Pennywell, I see you. Hey, Ambrose West, what's going down, London? Who is London? RT, what's going down? Blaze
Chloe going to bed right now.
38:45. Rory Lyons, how are you? Eric O, how you doing? T9's boxing class. Hey, Quell, how are ya? Mr. Make 'em Sick, Mo 2013, Georgia Peach, how you doing, girl? D Town Funk is in the house. Black Martial Arts Society, how you doing? Hey, G McCall. Boxing Barbecue. Joseph, y'all in here tonight. Y'all want to hear what we got to say about this here fight last evening. Teach, how you doing? Tay. We in October, ma'am. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you said a couple of months ago that you wanted to start going live. I have yet to get a notification. Okay, then, Tay. Basil Lomachenko. Did you say voluminous? I love that. 619 Cali Factor, Marla Fleur, Kaylin Jones. Oh, Babiana. Look at y'all in here showing out already.
He said you got that Babiana. I said Babiana got me screaming, hollering. You do, friend. It is bobbing very much.
Oh my gosh. I love that. Hey, Sugar Free, how you doing? Yes, Babiana got me screaming too. Let's see. Who else? Tanaris Robinson. Who else? Pookie. Hey, Bella. KO, I see you. 9 Mile Players. All right. We in the house. Let's get straight to it. Had a fight last night. First, let's go with the undercard fight. And I know I didn't watch a lot of the undercard, but I did see the fight before the main event, and I believe that was Tellez versus Gonzalez. Also a fight that happened at 154. Did y'all watch that? You didn't see it, Janae? Did you see it?
I did.
Okay. Listen, I tweeted yesterday 154 is scary. That was the undercard fight. And Johan Gonzalez is like, yeah, I'm raising my hand. I'm here at 154 too. I know y'all don't really know who I am, but let me introduce myself. Friend, what did you think about that? They were in there scrapping real hard.
They was in there throwing them bitches last night, and like it was so crazy to see because 154 is really, really a division. Like we were saying that about 130, 135. Those were the guys that we wanted to pay attention to because they were fighting. We should be paying a closer attention to 154 because 154 got some smoke. Like it's some big heavy hitters at 154. And they all got an opportunity to shake something up. It was crazy to see them 154 pounders last night. I was shook.
I was shook, but at the same time, I'm super duper excited. I'm super duper excited. It is, Erico. I feel like it has become the toughest division in boxing in this year. This year, 154 was like, yeah, we that heat. So shout out to him. Go ahead, friend.
54 is kind of like the glamour division right now. They got the big dogs.
It is. But you know why? Because the big dogs moved up. The big dogs really moved from 47 to 54. And the thing is, a lot of that talent was already there, but we didn't realize it until the big dogs start moving up. And when I say big dogs, I'm talking about Bud Crawford right now. I can't even, front. I'm talking about Bud Crawford. We've yet to see EJ at 54. But Bud went up there and it got interesting. So I know we like to shit on him and say, he don't sell and he don't bring no crowd, but he bringing eyes to 54. Yeah. You don't agree? You don't agree?
I mean,
I would say Mel really started the 54, like really, really, really bring the eyes, like being undisputed and everything. And he went through a lot getting the undisputed at 54. I think he really he brought it there. I will say Bud has maybe added 2, but a lot of people was kind of already looking to 54 because we knew once Errol and Terrence fought, they were both moving up. Mm-hmm. Virgil has moved up. There's a lot of spicy matchups that need to be made.
It is. And I have to agree with you. I have to agree with that, friend. What you think about that box? You think Mel already had spotlight on it and Bud just added to? Or
I mean, 154 was spicy, especially after Mel knocked the old boy into a seizure. It kind of was like, everybody was like, this might be some little hitting ass shit up here. I might like it. But I want to say, though, this is like a two-way street because, Mel kind of started it, but Bud is the one that really is putting the shit on stuff because now people want to see what Bud is going to do with 154. And now I seen a tweet the other day that if Jaron can't get no fights at 154, at 147, he moving up to 154.
Straight out of his daddy's mouth.
My friend don't agree with that. And I'm starting with what we're seeing now at 154. We should not be rushing these guys up there into the madhouse. Oh,
you know what? I'm glad I'm here today. I'm glad I'm here today. Nick was like, see, we shouldn't rush young boots. No.
I've been saying
his daddy said he got a pit bull locked up in that cage. Let him out.
I ain't mad at him. I'm not mad at let him out. I ain't mad at let him out. I want to see him let out November 9th. Okay? Let him out November 9th. People saying Boots is ready. I have never been on that Boots is ready train. I have always been on Boots said he wanted to be undisputed at 147. Let him do that. Because I don't think everybody say it. A lot of people say, let me not say everybody. A lot of people try to put he's a weight bully. He's too big for 47. Boots has never had any issue making weight at 47. If the man want to be undisputed at 47, let the man be undisputed at 47. And in the meantime, while he's getting to be undisputed, he's making meaningful fights because he would be fighting folks with belts, which in my mind at 47, they are decent fights. And they're fights that he needs to put under his belt, the experience that he needs to go to 154. In my opinion, I'm just listening. 154, if he were coming from 140 to 147, I may feel a little differently. But that jump from 147 to what's waiting for him at 154, I need to see him in a few closer fights. I need to see him in some fights where I see him make some adjustments and shit like that. Go ahead, friend.
Because jumping him into the shit, and I agree with that for a lot of people. I don't think any of these guys, like we saw I ain't gonna call myself a Bud fan. I appreciate Bud, right? We saw what Bud looked like at 154 against an actual 154 pounder. We got to give these guys an opportunity to get in there with some lightweight 54 before they start going. He can't just jump to 54 and be like, I'm finna fight Bud right now. Bud will beat the shit out of that boy, friend.
But we also forget Bud started in a much lower weight class than Boots. So it's not really the same. Boots been at 47 for how long? He gonna y'all gonna take this as shade, but I'm gonna say it anyways. He gonna end up like Errol. Spend his I'm gonna say it. He gonna spend all his time at 147. And also, let's keep it real, right? The guys, yeah, I said it. The guys at 54. Come back, BOXIANA. Come back. Because let's just y'all, this is also why they want me to come on the show, because y'all get all twisted up thinking y'all know the business of boxing and you really don't know nothing. Okay. Do y'all know how much work it's going to take for him to get all those undisputed fights done at 47? They're already scared. They already scared of me. They already scared of that man. They already scared of him. And if we're just going to keep it all the way funky, he's not on pay-per-view. So when it comes to the purse, when it comes to where the money is going to come from, is real limited. Okay, not limited with a T, limited with a D. It's real limited. And Eddie don't overpay nobody. He gonna make his money, and whatever else y'all do, that's on y'all. But he's going home with his check because he ain't got time to be playing with nobody.
Well, why did Errol have
I ain't hear nothing else?
Okay, why did Errol have to take this tea, the shade, the shit? Why?
Okay. Y'all know I love Errol, but we have to be honest. How many fights did he spend at 47? Almost to where a lot of people would say it worked against him when he fought Bud.
No, I agree with you on that. But this is what I'm saying to you.
Young Boots he's not young. He's not 23, 24. He's 27 working his way to 30. And before you know it, he will be 30. And
how old is Boots?
He's 27.
Okay, this is my thing.
He's 27.
He's 27. Spence was 30. The man got 3 years before he has to move up. And
that's how long it's going to take him to get them belts.
Okay, I don't know if it's going to take that long, man.
Okay, but with them scattered all over the place the way they are.
Okay, so Norman has one.
He hurt.
His hand is hurt.
Who?
He hurt.
Brian's hand is hurt.
Okay, so
Barrios 1.7 million.
Who else? Don't you start. Brian Barrios and who else?
Stanionis and Barrios.
Stanionis has one.
And he got one, and Boots got one, right? Or
yeah.
Boots. Okay, so yeah.
So Stan and Barrios are probably going to unify over at PBC at some point next year, or depending on if Barrios keeps his belt because he's about to fight. And then there is Brian over at Top Rank and Boots over at Matchroom. And we do know that Matchroom and Top Rank will work together. So I think if all things work, he could potentially, and I'm saying if he continues to win, he could potentially get undisputed if he wants it by next year.
Nik, I think that's very ambitious.
That's with him fighting, 3 times a year? Something we know they're not doing.
And that's very ambitious. Because we also have to consider if any of them belts change hands, you could forget it. They're not going to put a new champion up against him. Brian just got that belt. They ducked $1.7 million not to fight that man. Come on now. I need the math to math.
I don't think he ducked that man. I still ain't on that. I feel like if he was gonna pay Barrios $2 million, he could have paid him $2 million. They both.
Brian Norman can't sell a paperclip. Why?
You don't know that.
Nik, come on, man. Come on. We do know that. We do know that.
Well, this is what I'm saying. To me, this is just to me. Brian just got his belt. I would love to see him be taken back to Atlanta and given a main event card in Atlanta to see how he does.
So then why?
I agree with that. I think because he ain't right now. You think he get a main card event? Who at 147 he fighting right now? If he turned down Boots, Barrios got a fight. Stan is out there. he can get a standing honest and do that shit in Atlanta and do a thing. He'll be at home.
That's what I feel. I feel like, I don't know. All I know is he supposedly has an injury. Listen, folks say they have injuries, and we be questioning the injuries, but I'm not finna question nobody's injury. He said he had an injury. He got an injury. Okay. Shakur said he got an injury. He got an injury. Okay.
I'm just going to say, if that's what they really felt about him, they would not have put him on Keyshawn's undercard.
Well, I think he was going to do that because he wanted to stay active. That's what I think.
Right. But if Top Rank really, really, truly wanted to invest in him and give themselves more leverage to get him more money and make him this championship fighter, he should be on his own card.
Well,
and he's at 147. But it's not gonna happen, Captain.
So what you think is gonna happen for him next?
Undercard business forever.
He's gonna keep being on people's undercards, and I hope he keeps the belt.
You think he gonna keep being on? I think they're going to take him to Atlanta. They should take him to Atlanta and see what he can do in Atlanta. If Keyshawn Davis can get a main event card with no belt in less than 15 fights, Brian Norman Jr., a champion, should be able to go to his hometown and get a fight. Go ahead, friend.
Well, my thing is with this and the whole Keyshawn thing. Keyshawn ain't alone. He bring in 3 of his brothers. So
who
basically,
are they?
But it's not the fact of who today. They're doing that shit in they city. So they city know them. They city gonna turn out for them. So if they can keep doing their city multiple times over and over again, it's gonna turn into a thing. I see where everybody is correct in this situation. Like nobody's wrong in this. You're right. She right. We right. It's just it's so many aspects of the shit to have to put together. Like it's true. They could eventually be able to come their own thing. Like Boots is a really big thing in Philly. He could keep doing his shit in Philly and make it something else. Keyshawn could too. Brian could too. It's just the fact that him not fighting Boots kind of put a little, I wouldn't say put a stain on him, but it put a little stain on him because
it put question marks on him.
People wanted to see that. So everybody right. Everybody right.
It put question marks on him. But I understand. I understand why he wanted what he wanted. I can't lie and say I didn't. I understood what they was trying to do. And the other thing about that is he's at Top Rank, and truth be told, Top Rank was ready to sever ties with him because they thought he was going to lose to Santillan. They really did. They thought he was going to lose to Santillan. So now they may be rearranging how they market him because he did win.
Well, I'll say this, right? We see how that's going with Oshaki.
Now there's that.
When y'all know when they done put their money behind somebody, when they are fixed on this person is going to be a champion, that's why I said we better hope Brian keep that belt, because we know that these matchmakers and these promoters are not above matchmaking them with somebody that they know is going to put their lights out and take that belt from somebody that they really don't want to have it.
So this is my question: who is Top Rank going to match him up that's going to put his lights out? Because they thought it was Santillan.
We gonna see.
We gotta see.
I don't
know how we got
boxing. Listen, this is why I hate the new boxing fans, because that's what boxing is all about. We don't know they might catch Brian on a real bad day.
I don't know if they're gonna catch Brian on a bad day, because I think Brian knows what the play is. So he would be. I mean, I just feel like, especially now, everybody has shown their hand. They know what it is. And the thing is also with Top Rank, because he won their belts still under contract with them. I want to say I've heard before that Top Rank contracts, if you win a belt with them, that extends your contract for like 2 years, something of that nature. So if you're going to have him over there and he's a good talent, you may as well make the most out of it, is what I'm saying. So we shall see. Interesting conversation, though, ladies, to start off the night. I don't know how we ended up here, but.
And my last point about Boots, which if Everett or any of y'all ever see this, my whole thing is I like to see good fights, but also right at 54, we have to consider a lot of those guys eventually, they're in their 30s, like Errol, Bud, they're gonna eventually get to a point where they're like, all right, well, I'm ready to retire, or they kind of move on or they move up as well. So you would hate for him to do all that at 47 to get to 54, and it's a desert land like 47 is right now.
I don't think 54 gonna be no desert land.
We hope.
They got a lot of land mines at 54. It's not as many land mines at 47 than it is at 54. Anybody can get that ass beat at 54 at this point because it's deep over there. Super deep. Speaking of folks getting their ass beat, Timothy, Tim,
who gonna do the body?
Who gonna do the body? Who gonna do the body?
Now, the both of y'all.
Please. She was wrong for that, but I couldn't help it though, because it was okay. I take it back.
Have some decorum about yourselves.
I take it back.
Now, the both of y'all, okay?
I'm sorry.
Tim got out there and dared to be great, and y'all done plant the man's fume.
I apologize.
Her singing in the upper room, and y'all just both y'all is out of pocket. What is going on? Like, I'm the only one that's gonna act like I got some sense today. Y'all two gonna get up here and act like that on national television. I was sad last night, and y'all in here making fun of my pain. I was sitting on, listen, my heart had wrenched up in my chest and was balled up like my feet when I'm ready to fight. I was so hurt. I text my friend, I say, friend, I was holding, y'all, you know how when something traumatic is going on and you have to hold on to both of your seats, I had gripped on down to my chair, y'all, and I had to brace myself because I just could not believe what has happened in front of me.
Man, say,
listen.
Got the brakes beat off.
Listen, I'm gonna GPT to do the obituary. We just gonna
we're not doing this. We're not doing this, y'all. Tim got y'all. When Tim stepped back and checked his head, I knew then we have gotten into a really big problem because nobody is ever gonna be able to touch that scalp again. He has PTSD.
He does.
No, for sure.
He does. Y'all. He really does. When he did like that, I knew then his mental state wasn't where it needed to be in the ring with that man. He could have maybe gotten away with that with a lesser fighter. But when he did that repeatedly, like, oh my God, I know it didn't open again. You worried about the wrong shit because you got bombs flying at you right now.
Did you see the look on his face? Y'all, did y'all see the look on his face after he got touched on it? Like, the look on his face was like, oh my God, please.
I told you Friday, if he get hit up there and if I'm Bakhram, that's where I'm aiming. I want to open it back up. And if he does that, then it's going to be a problem. Well, he hit him and it didn't open back up, but it opened a portal of doubt. And
it also makes me think that Bakhram hit him hard as shit. That's the other thing I think. I think he hit him so hard that Tim was like, it ain't no way my forehead ain't split back open.
Doubt started to creep in immediately in the first round. My thing is this. Tim, what was the game plan? That's what I want to know. What was the plan going into this fight? Because I felt like there was none. I felt like Tim just said, you know what, I'm finna go in here, give me another belt, and it's gonna be another, it's gonna be another walk in the park.
The plan was bombs over Baghdad. He thought he was fixing to go in there and windmill on his ass, friend. Yeah. That's what he thought. That's what he thought was gonna happen. Bombs over Baghdad, baby. He was fixing to go in that bitch and get the windmilling his ass into. Yes, it was a wrap. It was done.
It was bombs over Baghdad, but Bakhram, his bombs
had bigger bombs.
This shit was accurate AF. Okay. He got there first. He was longer, because that's the thing that I didn't see either. I was looking at the tail of the tape before the fight, the day before, when I was getting ready for Friday's show, and they didn't have his reach. So when I saw his reach on fight night, I saw that he had like a 3.5-inch reach on Timothy. And I said, oh, that might be a problem. And I remember in the weigh-in, Tim was playing and shit, and Bakhram wasn't really on no playful shit. Bakhram was like,
he looked like he buried dogs in your backyard after he kills you. Like, you know, he looked like he was ready to fight.
Bakhram had been saying that he's a perfect fight for me, which meant he felt like I'm gonna do something bad to him. I'm gonna do something. He just knew it. And initially, Tim was, I said in the first half of the first round, because they were both connecting. It felt like we were watching the Pilgrim version of Hagler Hearns. That's what it felt like to me. When Bakhram was throwing that jab, it was hitting him, but he didn't have a lot of stinging power on it, but it was enough. But Tim, you know, he felt like he got a beard. He was walking through it. He done fought through blood and whatnot. I could handle this. And it felt like Tim was stronger. His punches was thudding harder in that first round. But then they wasn't no more.
Nah, I'll be honest. Yeah, that first round when they started exchanging and I saw Tim go backwards, I was like, oh, dog.
No. Y'all missed the part where this man was hitting, and fuck that referee last night, because he should have stopped that shit way before it got to that point. Tim's face was looking like he was having a stroke. If he would have got hit, friend, when I saw it started to droop at first, and I was like, I thought I was tripping. I was like, oh my God. I was like, something is going on. And he hit him again and it drooped some more. I said, oh my God, Tim is having a stroke. Stop the fight. I was sitting here standing up, clapping at the TV. No, stop this. Stop. Tim was having a stroke last night, you guys. And they didn't realize it until like you go back and you watch it. Like the man's face was literally drooping by the fucking second.
He was confused. Concussed. He was definitely concussed. He was so confused. He went back to his corner and asked what the fuck just happened. He didn't know. He didn't know. And when you don't know, then you're definitely concussed. You've lost memory, sir. And they sent him back out there for more. That was
which wasn't it round 3, the start, but right before they started round 3, the doctor came in the ring.
Yes.
And it was
bad. It was all bad. It was all bad. It was
he had
all
Tim
bad.
Follow him, and I was like, he putting on his poker face. And one thing I like about Tim, he's gonna give you a fight.
He is.
He's gonna go out there, and whatever happens is the result of what happens, right? Because even in his after the fight, he made no excuses. He said, "Man, I thought I had a plan, and that ain't what happened." But I feel like they didn't want it to be a no contest because it was for a belt, and they felt like, we gonna let him take all he can until he did him a disservice. Got beat on.
They did him a disservice because he already did that in his last fight. They could have stopped it when the cut happened, and it would have been a no contest. And that's what I was hoping they would do. But everybody want to be a freaking warrior. You're going to cut your career short doing that. You really are, because I'm nervous for Tim. I don't know how he's going to recover from this. And I'm not saying his career is over or anything like that. But what I will say is, I know a lot of people had issues with what Sergio Mora said, and I understand why y'all have issues with what he said, but I'm not one of the people, and I'm a fan too, but I'm not crazy enough to believe that every fight should be your toughest fight as a boxer. Some fights you can't have, some fights is just keep busy, stay active fights. They're not for you to go in there and have to be fighting for your life every time out. And that's what he has done 2 fights back to back. They did him a disservice that by letting him come out there after to me that second round, because that second round he barely made it out. He barely made it out.
Yeah.
And so I'm with y'all. The ref was on some bullshit. I know what he was trying to do, but he ain't had nothing. He didn't have nothing. And Bakhram was so accurate. People don't know how to hold. Your game plan, if you have one, goes out the window when you get hurt because you can't even think straight no more. You normally would say, okay, I know I need to box and, you know, get my legs under me. But when you concussed and your mind is jumping around in your head, all you thinking is he's a fighter.
And as hard as Bakhram hit him, I know his marbles was spinning.
Man.
I know it was in there.
He got back to that corner and he was just sitting there like they were talking to him. He wasn't answering. He was just sitting there like he didn't even know what to do with himself. And like when a fighter gets to that point, that shit's scary to me because your brain ain't working temporarily for a second.
Your brain is not working right.
There. But, and I'm looking at the comments, I agree with y'all. Like, he was very defensively irresponsible last night. He didn't have nothing. Like, once he got hurt, that was it. And then when he was trying to hold, he didn't even have enough strength to try to hold that and bend big ass arms together. He couldn't do shit. He was just out there. As a corner, when y'all saw that man was having trouble holding on to him, y'all should have been making some decisions then. Because he visibly was not in control of himself last night after round 2.
All he was doing, when we say fighting for your life, that's fuck with me. Tim was
out there fighting
for his life for real.
Literally.
For real. His legs were gone. And y'all see how quick his legs were gone? I know, was in the gym training and shit. But when you get hit like that and your brain starts to scramble, I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how well conditioned you are. It's done. It's done. And your corner has to know that.
You know who's a good example of having learned from that? Stephen Fulton.
He did. In his last fight.
Mm-hmm.
He absolutely did. Because when he got knocked down, he stayed down there. He calmly gathered himself.
Yep.
He got back up before the count and he commenced to holding to do what he could do, move, jab until he got himself back together. And it's hard to tell a fighter to ease up once you have been embarrassed and knocked down and you've never been that way before. You never found yourself in that position before. It's hard to tell a person who's a fighter, who for real is a fighter, like a dog-ass fighter for real, because that's what Tim is. He a dog-ass fighter. He showed it last night, but that wasn't what he needed to do. It's hard to say to them, box. Just get your shit together and box. Your mind has to be so mature that you can tell yourself, yo, I'm hurt. Let me chill for a minute. Let me get my stuff together. Let me do this. It's hard to do. Go ahead, friend.
And I want to say something because boxing and barbecue, you said something. Jordan Plant needs to be commended a little bit more than what they give her credit for, because Jordan, she notices something that a lot of these people don't notice because her husband is a fighter. Okay. So for her, she asks questions in a way that they're able to understand at the time. She ain't up there at putting them in a trick bag, trying to make them answer no questions, because she clearly knew something was fucking off. Let me hear. She did the same thing with Rolly. Like after their last fight, she didn't even interview Rolly. And the time before, she was like, you know, she was trying to put it in a manner, a mom manner for him to get it at the time. Like, we have to get into a place where we are not so critical of these fighters in the aftermath of the shit that they're dealing with. And especially with this whole interviewing them after they've gotten their ass beat in the manner that they did. And like, we have to stop that shit, because you're asking them questions and they don't even know if I need to hold my shit to piss or do I need to sit down to pee. They confused. Like, what do you want him to ask? And like, And Tim Daddy was not there. Everybody needs to know that too.
They keep saying he was there.
I didn't see him.
I don't know why people keep saying that.
I didn't see him.
I don't know if he was there, and I know he was there during the week, during the buildup of it. So I'm thinking he may have been there. But to go back to what Boxing and Barbecue said, I've always said this. Stop interviewing those boxers immediately after fight in the ring. Stop doing that, because you just don't know. And especially after they've taken a beat down. Don't do that. But even in doing that, like you said, friend, Jordan did a great job with it. He actually did a really good job answering the question she asked, being that he had just received that kind of beatdown. And to what you said, Janae, he didn't make not one excuse. He just said he was the better man tonight. He's the better man tonight. What am I gonna say? I remember when somebody else said that and he got all kind of backlash. I remember when somebody else, took a pretty bad beating. He finished the fight though on his feet. And oh man, it was so many memes. I've yet to see a meme on Twitter that got Tim Tszyu with his ass up, or Tim Tszyu on the mat, or Tim Tszyu looking crazy. I ain't seen one yet. Have y'all?
No, and Tim was talking a lot of shit too.
A lot.
Tim, I ain't seen him been mean yet, and I ain't seeing people being mad about the shit he said or attacking him. I see them retweeting the tweet of his hit list shirt.
Yeah, he had a whole hit list and everything. But I mean, I just haven't seen the vitriol. I ain't seen the venom. I haven't seen.
He hasn't been any memes, but people have definitely jumped on that train of which y'all know. I have to say hello to him. Hi, Greg Hackett. He said his daddy, he was there. He did. Okay. He was there for all the rounds.
Okay. What was he doing?
I'm not gonna start. I'm not gonna
say it, Devin. He was there. He did all the rounds. Ask Shakur. He know us.
Y'all so silly.
But I haven't seen the memes, but what I have seen, and I made a tweet about it, which is not even really about Tim, right? It just so happened to just really tick me off after his fight. But I hate it because, like you said, Nik, Tim has been in 2 fights back to back, 2 championship fights where he fought like a dog in both of them. His career is over. He'll never be the same. And y'all know they love to disrespect Arrow like that. They love to disrespect these fighters with that. Oh, they'll never be the same. Y'all cry and say that y'all want to bring the old school way of boxing back. And then when we give you an old school fight, well, he's done now. His career is over.
Right. They're not fans.
No, they're not fans. And you know what's pissing me off? They're trying to make Tim Tszyu Campbell Hadden. And we can't correlate the two, you guys. We can't make Tim Tszyu Campbell Hadden. Campbell Hadden is ass. What's Sugar Shane boy? What's his boy's name?
Sugar Shane Moses.
He is also ass. Y'all are trying to compare Tim Tszyu to the ass fighters of the Suns. We can't do that. Tim Tszyu is willing to get out there and get in the ring with the best of them, the biggest of them. He ain't turning down no smoke. Y'all are trying to compare ass fighters to Tim Tszyu, and I don't like that. That should be pissing me off really bad. It's crazy.
For $1.7 million, okay? He's willing to get in the ring. Y'all want these old school fights. And then when somebody gives it to you, their career is over. Tim will never be the same. And like I told someone who commented like underneath the picture, he will be fine physically, right? That's not where these fighters have issues. It's all in here.
Right.
And it's more so how deep you want to dig to come back and fight and be like, I don't give a what these people talking about. I don't give a about these fans, and because they here today, they gone tomorrow. Everybody is fair weather, right? And that's the part that they have to get over, and that's the part a lot of them don't get over.
Absolutely. And piggybacking off of what you said, as far as us as fans asking for the old school way of boxing and the matchups and stuff, we do ask for that. But what we don't take into consideration as fans is that old school way of boxing, when they could have a loss, get knocked out multiple times, still fight. They could do that because the fandom was different. They didn't have to worry about being a meme and shit. Once somebody saw it, it was done with. You didn't have you couldn't go back and replay it and shit 59 times. You didn't have to worry about seeing yourself splattered all over everywhere. You didn't have to worry about nobody commenting under every post you make that may or may not have nothing to do with boxing. All of that stuff really plays on the psyche of a boxer, like you said. It plays on your confidence. It plays on your doubt. And these new boxers, they don't know anything else. They don't know anything else but that. And it's really, that's another element that we don't consider as fans, is all I'm saying. Go ahead, friend.
And the fans are dick eaters now. We're not getting like actual boxing fans. We got fans of man and we got dick eaters. It's one of the two that you're going to get. Like, these people are not here to see a good fight, because after we get a good fight, like, y'all so willing to throw a fighter away. Oh, he got his ass beat, man. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all are weird. Like, there was boxers that had a 48 and 17 record. Like, what are we on? Like, do y'all want to see the fights, or do y'all want to be dick eaters? I'm confused. And as grown men, why would you want to be a dick eater?
It's true. And I mean, like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it is different times, right, Nik? But in the same token, right, like Ali took a good ass whooping like this against George Foreman, against Joe. Listen, it's they all have taken. I mean, y'all want to keep it 100, right? Everybody loves Floyd. Do we forget that he got one of his fucking teeth knocked out his mouth? I mean, like, every fighter has their trials and tribulations. Some of them have them in the ring, and some of them have them outside of the ring. Floyd went to jail while he was on his campaign to become TBE. Like, y'all have to be with the. You know what the real problem is? Let's just keep it all the way 100 on this show tonight.
Let's
you know
keep it funky.
Y'all fans are losers. Y'all ain't built like some of these people that fight. I know for a fact there's not a lot of people built like me. I done been through so much stuff in this life.
Language.
God gonna have to sit me down.
Well,
you gonna have to prove to me that I'm not what I think I am. And there are some fighters that feel that way about themselves. Tszyu is one of them. Right. Errol Spence is one of them. Right. They done been through so much. It's nothing on this earth that's going to stop them from getting in that ring and just going balls to the wall. And like, even with my guy, I be trying to like get him to understand, fuck these people. They are losers. Just because they're defeated about life and what they got going on in their life doesn't mean that you have to take you different. You different.
And stop listening to people tell you who you are.
They don't even got a job, but trying to tell you how to manage your boxing career. I need it to make sense.
Yes. You better talk that.
But they need to hear this though, right? These fighters need to hear this. They do. I hate to say it, a lot of them, they sit on the internet, they read all these comments, and I'll be trying to tell them, like, you're listening to somebody who probably doesn't even have a job. Like, let's just be honest.
Their job is
his girlfriend's Wi-Fi, or they're Ray Jackson driving a forklift, fired every other week, making GoFundMes. Oh. Not y'all both left me. Or your showbiz, you're going to put the largest dildo in your mouth and suck it for dollars because you have no integrity, you have no principles or morals as a grown man. You don't stand on nothing. You have no business about yourself except for getting on the internet talking to people like you ain't got no sense. And I want these guys to start telling these people, you are a loser. You ain't even played a sport in your life. You damn sure ain't never even boxed. And if you ever wanted with me, y'all know where they be at in these gyms. Go pull up. Pull up on these people and say that same shit that y'all be talking on the internet. Say it to their face.
But see, here go the thing though. But this is where we are. We're in a situation, we're in a place where people have gotten comfortable beyond social media. They don't believe in
people aren't getting smacked anymore.
That's the thing, but you can't smack people. My friend, see, now we're getting back to smack people. When I said that, y'all told me we can't go nowhere and slap nobody because why do we need to slap somebody? Not you. Not you.
Yeah, I was going to say, no, we smacking anybody. Because let me tell you something. I'm not the smaller person. Okay. Excuse me. No, I am the smaller person. I'm never being big. You disrespect me, I'm going to take it way further than you want to take it. It's going that far. You disrespect me. Y'all know I think Jahan is like my little baby. You disrespect him, bro. Y'all know how I was on Leonard's ass when they was over there playing with him. Stop playing with people.
But see, no. They got mad at me when I was doing that they was ready to fight behind Frank. When I said, Frank, we're not gonna talk no small guy shit about the shit. But okay.
I am the smaller person.
We're on the roll today.
I'm the smaller person.
I try to be.
Nik, I know you probably ain't think this is how the show is about to go, but
Nik is the pilgrim.
But at some point, we have to start being honest and saying this is why boxing is in the state that it's in, because there's a bunch of soft people watching a gladiator sport and think that they are the people that they're low-key idolizing. You're not cut like that. You're not built like this. Yes, he did deserve it. Showbiz did deserve it. And I'll say it again. And if I ever seen him, I'd say it to him because I'm real like that. I keep it. I don't get on the internet and be lying. I don't lie. I don't fake kick it with people. That's not my ways. I would say it to him. Somebody on that.
Well, let me snatch her fucking microphone off her fucking face today because she just didn't went and kicked the damn door in. No, y'all don't bring me in this. I'm a good Christian person on this platform, okay? I don't know. This ain't got nothing to do with me. This ain't got nothing to do with me.
But the Lord has blessed me. His light shines on me. Y'all see my good skin? I wouldn't look like this if God didn't have control on me.
But you know what? Language-wise, we will say this. Boxing has become a slut show. We've said that more than once. It has, friend. These people are doing whatever they got to do to get whatever they got to do for the coin, the money. The money is making people act different, friend. They doing stuff that ain't got no business. But to make a long story short about all of the shit, y'all want the old boxing back? Y'all gotta stop shitting on these fighters the way that y'all do. They're not gonna continue to want to be great if they gonna realize and wake up the next morning, hey, I'm a meme. But we have to realize what happened. And I'm gonna tell y'all when boxing really, really changed. Boxing really, really changed. Social media boxing really, really changed. No slut shaming. I'm just saying. Boxing changed when Devin Haney fought Ryan Garcia. We allowed a new wave of fan in that we didn't have before. Stuff was already like lit, but it got worse when Devin Haney fought Ryan Garcia because Ryan Garcia bought a different type of fan that we didn't have initially. We didn't have that type of fan when we were first dealing with boxing. It was wild, but it wasn't like this. We are allowing things in boxing that we had never allowed before, like the cheating. We're condoning things for a cheater, somebody who has definitely, we know he cheated. We have people going in the bat for him, going hard for him. Like boxing changed when Ryan Garcia and Devin fought. Go ahead, friend.
And to piggyback off of what you said, it's not even that. It's just that wave of fandom was ushered in, but what made it 10 times worse was having actual boxers what he did and make excuses for what he did.
Talk about
to
it.
Me is what really burned me a new asshole.
Talk about
you are a boxer, if you were a boxer and you have found your way and fixed your mouth to some kind of way, defend Ryan Garcia in any kind of way. In any kind of way. And that includes continuously telling me that didn't have nothing to do with him getting hit by the left hand. You's a fucking fool. Let me just say that. You a fucking fool. Because if it were you, you would want all the empathy, all the sympathy, all the understanding to come your way. But for whatever reason, because it was Devin Haney and it was Ryan Garcia, I don't know what kind of spell Ryan Garcia has on you, because I really don't. But because it was him, some kind of way, it doesn't matter. It was a milliliter of whatever it was in his system. You conveniently forget that we all saw him taking IVs in his arm during the build-up to this fight. We don't nobody even mention that. Why was he doing such a thing? Nobody really mentions that. That to me was the turning point. It wasn't even the fans, because at that point I had seen fans lose their mind for their favorite fighter. I had seen that happen. It was when the boxers started to make excuses for the cheater that I said, this is some different kind of shit going on here. This is some different level kind of hate going on around here. What in the whole hell? When I started seeing boxers publicly get shamed and disrespected by other boxers and not say a mumbling word, I mean completely shamed and disrespected by other boxers, and not say a mumbling word, but when David had an interview that did not concern you, you made it your business to comment. And I say that, and I'm pointing to that person because that person is the face of boxing.
But Nik, this goes back to having integrity. At what point do we say we are done selling our souls behind the scenes? Because in one, whether it's with Turkey or it's with bleep, 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 this is what it's come down to. At what point do we, like, again, we talk, everybody wants to bring up the throwback fighters. They all, most of them, let me not say they all, most of them, there is no way that it would have came out that Joe Louis was doing PEDs when he fought whoever, and that all them guys wouldn't have been like, oh, we're not fighting, or they would have took his side, or they would have been in the newspaper doing interviews or on late night shows saying, oh, well, we still support him even though he's cheating and ruining and degrading the sport that we all love.
Correct. I still want to fight. We could still fight. We could fight. The motherfucker is suspended, and you over here sucking dick talking about when we gonna fight. I hate you niggas. I'm sorry, and I don't even, y'all know I don't use that word, but I mean it in the worst way.
Y'all down bad if Nik is cussing. Okay. Y'all are doing bad. If Nik J is cussing, y'all doing bad.
Wait a minute.
And you know how I feel about that.
There was a little spice
there. Bad. Okay.
There was a little spice there that I never, what's that?
Because it's wrong. It
wrong. It's so wrong. And as a woman, it's like, y'all really are some males.
Y'all wrong. Y'all are dead wrong.
Mitches. We've discussed this before. They are Mitches. Man bitches. Mitches.
Y'all are wrong. Y'all are bogus. And again, this goes back to like why these guys need to have teams, because there is a lot that goes into all of this now, right? I'm sorry, Devin should have never done that interview with Andre Ward. Andre Ward does not have the range. He does not have the likability. He does not have it to have that conversation with Devin, right? If Devin was going to, and then also why I feel like Devin shouldn't have done that interview was because if you know that you're going to sue somebody, you need to keep your mouth shut, because everything you say is a part of this whole what's going to turn into this freaking mess of a lawsuit.
Go, friend, go, because I feel it. Go.
What I'm saying about that whole thing with the interview, I didn't mind him having the interview, but I agree with you. I was not happy that he did it with Andre. Now, this is the tea. I don't know when he did it with Andre. I don't know if he sat down with Andre after Andre had the interview with Eddie Hearn or not. And I'm thinking he did, but it wasn't released, so he didn't know what was said in that interview. But I have an issue with how Andre Ward conducted his interview with Eddie Hearn, and basically he was one of the motherfuckers that gave Ryan a pass, talking about he think he did it to cut weight. And then when he got over there and started talking to Devin, he did not have the same energy, as y'all like to say. He really didn't have the same energy. Why you didn't say to Devin? Well, I think he did it because of the way. And even if you thought that Andre Ward, congratulations on being inducted into the Hall of Fame. But even if you thought that,
and we're not leaving Andre Ward out of shit. I want to be light-skinned white.
He want to do interviews. He's in it.
He is in it.
He's definitely in it. Mm-hmm. But Andre, why would you get your ass up on television and try to ease and smooth it over for Ryan Garcia? I have a fucking problem with that. He cheated. I don't care what you thought. I don't care why you thought. He cheated. He cheated.
He's a cheater.
Point blank in the period. Stop making.
But we support cheating. As long as it beats whoever y'all don't like, then we're gonna condone it. And that's where we go back to y'all. These fighters can't even really entertain what y'all be talking about because y'all have no type of morals, you have no principles, you have no boundaries. Why would anyone want to listen to y'all
at this point? Because you made your opinion invalid because of the bullshit that you tolerate. You're the boxer. You're supposed to hold the integrity of the sport at the highest level. But
especially when these guys could get in this ring. Y'all love to say it's like Tszyu, prime example. He could have died in that ring last night. He could have actually, and 9 times out of 10, they don't even die in the ring. They leave, they go to the hospital and die,
and then have blood bleeds on the brain.
On the brain.
Anything.
Aneurysms. Just say it, Fred. Aneurysms.
Yeah,
we're expecting too much out of these fucking boxers, and
y'all condoning cheating? Are you crazy?
Yeah, they condoning cheating because they don't go spend no money on no fights. I'm doing all this shit and they're complaining at home for free. That's why boxing is just a generalized mess at this point. I forget Andre Ward, Timothy Bradley, Sergio Mora, the one with the eye. I don't like him very much either just because he ain't got no real eye. All of them.
They all can go.
And Keith Thurman of all, let me tell you while we're here, because
last night with that little thick-tongued, top-tongued, extraordinary WWE wrestling.
Keith Thurman went to that place in Big T right when you walk in with all the suits. They gave him a discount suit out of Big T. I'm so he looks like he sell bad cars to single mothers with a lot of children. They can't afford it.
I'm finna
I told you he looked like Matilda's daddy.
I'm reading super chats. Oh Lord. Flashy Boy 313. He says upset of the year last night. Upset of the year. I'm not gonna say that because I thought it was gonna be a good fight. I didn't think he was gonna lose like that though. But I'm trying to think, was there any other fight this year that
Yeah, hell yeah. I got an upset of the year because my upset and my money is still in Vegas. Yeah, the rest of y'all might not agree with. Okay, no, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought she was gonna say better be Nik. We was gonna have to put her.
I was, but I didn't want to get kicked out of the show
I was
because she
just
would have
about to
kicked
say,
me off.
because
Yeah.
it's still fresh.
Ooh, someone in the comments said AJ and Dubois. That was
Now Brandon, that's a good.
That was a banger.
I did not think he was gonna get. Yeah, I didn't think. I didn't think
I definitely did.
like that. I didn't think it was gonna go like that.
I knew what was gonna happen. Friend like AJ. Friend like I told y'all Daniel was finna come out there with 2 feet. Cause he is not all there. They wind him up and told him go out there and fight. And you know what he did? He ripped his shirt off like the Incredible Hulk and went to shits.
Pablo got a good one too. That big baby Macaulay. That one I wasn't expecting that one.
Did y'all see Bob Arum's tweet about what happened with that fight?
No. Wait a minute. Hold it. Let me finish these super chats and we're gonna get right back on it. Hold on. 205 Entertainment and More. He says boxing changed when Wilder took his first loss, in my opinion. After that second Fury fight, the fandom did get a little crazy after that, I will admit, because there was so much going into that. The glove gate, the cheating accusations, it may have started then, I think, with the fans, but even still, the boxers didn't get involved with it, to me. But that may have been the start of it. I don't know. Let's see. Who else do we have? Okay, Janae, hold on. I'm coming. Thank you, Man Ray. He says, at work, so I can't watch. We'll watch the replay. As always, thank you all for what you do and being true. Congrats to B Mert and good luck to Sharetta. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Sharetta's fighting on Wednesday.
Oh, it's Wednesday Pro Box, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. KO, thank you so much. He says, Nik J, language. LOL. Okay. My bad. Tone and delivery. I'm back. My bad. Okay.
No, y'all, we Nik ain't got to mind her language, because let me tell y'all, when you really love a sport, when you really are passionate, and I want y'all to also get this out of your minds, these ladies be places. Okay, I know people on the internet like to say, "Oh, you wasn't there," and they don't know, and you know everybody's their cousin, and la 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 la, whatever. But the point of the matter is, I seen them with my own 2 eyes outside. In fact, because I popped up outside, which Janae does not do. But the point of the matter is, though, right? They really speak from a place of like loving this sport. And then we also all just happen to be connected to fighters. And when you get to know them and you know all the things that's really going on in this business and how it is, like it's either going to go one or 2 ways, right? Either you going to quit or it just burns you up inside and you get so passionate that you just like, okay, I'm a rock with this. But you got to know that this is how I rock sometimes.
Yeah.
This is a rough business.
It is.
This is grown man business. And that's why y'all don't understand it, because y'all aren't grown. This is for, yeah. You have to be built different to be in boxing. Because this ain't a game.
It's not for the faint of heart. Let's say that. Especially being a woman. Just put that extra stank out there.
Because it was only 3 of us in Las Vegas, literally working.
Because let folks tell you,
doing boxing work now. The rest,
right. Let folks tell you, we trying to do everything but what we do.
We was not on the blade, okay?
No, hear people telling we wasn't out there doing shit at all. We didn't know shit. We was just out in fucking Vegas. Hear people telling we wasn't shit.
We did not have platform stripper heels, okay? We were in New Balances.
And not me.
She had on them sandal things.
I had on again. And guess what's coming with me next time we gotta go? I got a new pair. with a the Nike glow in the dark on these. Oh yeah, I'm coming outside with these bitches. I can't wait to get those on the ground.
Listen, it's different. It's different. And y'all gotta appreciate the queens more. Like, I'm not gonna be, they're gonna come here every Friday and Sunday and tell y'all how it is. Janae, like, I'm pretty low key. I don't like to be everywhere. But the point is, y'all need to appreciate these ladies more. And they do know, you know what, boxing and barbecue, because you about to get muted and blocked.
I didn't see heel extra. Canelo dug me. He says, salute, queens. Jealousy in boxing is real. It absolutely is. For a lot of different reasons. Jealousy in boxing is absolutely real. Phenomenal Mexican says, thank you so much. In reality, it started with Floyd versus the Pactoids. The Pactoids thought Floyd was going to lose to that small person. So all this is just collateral damage. Phenomenal Mexican, you took it back, but the fandom did go left there. It really did go left there. Hey, 817. Yeah, it did go a little left. It started going into a dark place then. Like, it got more than just normal fandom. You might be on to something. You might be on to something. I had stopped you in the middle of saying something. Did you get it out? Is that what you were saying?
Oh no, friend. We was going to talk about so Bob Arum,
yes,
put out a statement about Jared Anderson's loss to Martin Bakole. This was on Everything Boxy 2's Twitter. They got the quote from somebody else. So basically, Bob said, I want everybody to know that it wasn't us. His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh went right to the fighter and made this proposal for money that the fighter had never seen before and picked as his opponent Bakole, who is a tenacious puncher. He never fought a guy like that. So the fact that he got taken apart and knocked out was not surprising. Don't put it on my matchmakers. We were against the fight. When they wave money at these kids, they insist on taking it. We let that fight go ahead, and it was the stupidest fight that Jared could have taken.
Wow. Okay, now this is my question to you, because you would know this better than me. If Jared Anderson is his boxer, doesn't he have the final say as far as who he fights? He had to sign off on him fighting that fight, didn't he?
So here's where it gets tricky, friend. Okay. Because Jared, right, Jared, Mister, if I was in boxing, I'd be trapping or I'd be dead. Okay, so we have to remember the mindset of the fighter. Okay, Bob is also 103 years old. So
how old is
he? He really, okay, he like 93.
Okay.
He really is. He's really like 93. I mean, he's up there.
How old is he boxed?
272 is what he
Okay. How much arguing? That man was this close to having a heart attack. He yelled a little too hard. Somebody go pop a bag of chips next to him and he might be out of here. But when Turkey rolls up on a 24-year-old kid, because he is a kid, and says, his mindset is very childlike. Somebody roll up on you, Jared done found, it's like Jared just so happened to meet Pablo Escobar. He done lucked up on the biggest plug. Who says, I'm gonna give you X millions of dollars to fight. Now you ain't gonna know who you fighting. He don't care. He don't care. He don't even want to box. If we're just gonna keep it 100, he doesn't even want to box because he's not in the gym. He's not focused.
He told us that. He told us that in so many.
He only making money till his brother get out of jail, and then he was done. That's what he said, right?
Friend.
Bob is gonna get out my way money, and we gonna put this thing together. And if you die, you die.
Well,
That's
I
basically
can
what
see
it
that.
said.
I can see that happening because Bob doesn't have a lot invested in him anyway, because he's openly said he don't love boxing like this. So I can see him. I can see that being the reason why he signed off on it.
And at this point, right, if you feel like, well, you know what, you're going to go in this ring, get your ass tore up, I'm not going to be able to convince you otherwise, because you have some fighters that are like that. You can't talk to them. You can't tell them shit. You can't get no sense into their head. It's like, at his age, why is Bob going to work himself up to try and persuade him when he know that it ain't even gonna go like that? And then I hate to say this, you piss Turkey off, especially because Top Rank done signed a deal with Turkey now. We going kind of down a slippery slope. You get in bed with dogs, sometimes you get fleas.
Who the dog?
Now say the right thing. I want to go see Sierra and Missy. I want to go see Sierra and Missy. You say the right thing.
Now I didn't say a lot tonight. I'm just going.
These are the words of Janae.
You say the right thing.
Listen, I'm just saying they've signed a contract to do business together, and then you start out the business saying, well, hold on. You dingling a check, which basically is what I've come to you for.
I had to grip my seat. I didn't know what the fuck, because I want to go see.
I'm
holding on.
You see, I'm reworking it, friend. What I'm saying is Turkey came to Bob. He done dangled that money in front of Bob. You said we gonna do business together. Well, you gonna do business the way that I want to do it.
But number the Mexican says, is Manny a female dog for suing Floyd? Just asking. For all of you meat munchers.
I'm holding on to my seat because this is a good Christian program. Y'all have got really out of control this evening. We finna make y'all leave. I'm not joking, because y'all have gotten beside yourself this evening. Everybody is besides themselves this evening. This was not. I want to go see Missy and Sierra and Buster.
I don't dislike Turkey and what he's doing, because he's making huge fights that we would probably not get otherwise, because the money, if we just being 100, is not there for most of these promoters.
Don't they cut your hands off over there if you ain't right? They gonna cut your hand. Oh, they gonna get cut her hands off. The little nails you got on, they gonna be on the floor because you over here talking shit. Yeah, she is.
I'm a ball breaking hand up like this.
Who talk too much is they cut your tongue out. See, they cut your.
Oh no, y'all know I'm very classy, very demure. I'm gonna go grab Turkey hand like this and hold his hand while we walking and talking, and just tell him, listen,
you know what? I don't think he want to hold hands.
Okay, friend.
It's fine. Guess I won't be invited.
These are only the words of BOXIANA and Janae. Nik J ain't got nothing to do with it.
I said not a word. I'm holding on to the edge of my.
I won't be invited to Riyadh season, but that's fine. You know, I guess I won't get the free car at the giveaway, but
his cousin got that anyway. She was so excited. She knew, like, I'm fixing to get a new G-Wagon, y'all. She told her homegirl before the camera panned over. She said, watch this, bitch. And she was over there. She was doing her little shimmy. And then the camera panned over. She was like, no, bitch. You was shimmy like you was shimmying for that camera panned over there real good. I'm proud of all his cousins winning all the shit. I need to see. I want to call.
You got to be in the building, friend.
Well, I'm going.
Well, Turkey wasn't going to pay the taxes that had a car shipped over here to America. So
he gave one away when they did the book.
It was a Kia, wasn't it?
I don't know.
No, it was a $100,000 electric car.
I don't know why.
Oh, that's right. It was a Lucid. Okay, that's true. See? But then you're gonna have to put a charger in your house.
Hey, guess what? They got charging places all over the place. I got a plug in my garage right now. Let's hook that shit up today. Y'all stop. We're not gonna do this today.
We are not. Canelo dug me. He says reparations for BOXIANA. Why just box? We can't all get no reparation. Okay. Stop trying to play with Turkey. That's right. Bella's talking about Turkey gave away a
Kia. That's poor. That's poor, friend. You didn't even give him a decent number to car. You gave him a poor vehicle.
You know what? Because I'm thinking about Danny, y'all. I'm sorry, but I'm just saying. I do like Turkey. I think that he that wasn't even shade. That oh my god, this is so bad. Y'all, I'm banned. Boxing Nik ain't never gonna have me back on here. I'm gonna be in the comments with a wrench.
You're gonna be great. You're gonna be great.
And wrenchless. You're wrenchless.
Yeah,
you're gonna be
it's wrong. Mm-hmm. But I like Turkey. I'm just saying, when you listen, at the end of the day, we know how boxing is behind the scenes. You know what you signing up for when you decide to get into business sometimes with people. And so now you can't complain on the other end and say, well, he dangled all this money in front of Jared and got him beat up.
No, I ain't complaining.
That's how. No, I'm saying Bob. I'm saying Bob.
Yeah.
You can't.
Because Bob took his share. He took his.
That's right. And so we move on. We kind of forgot about Jared getting his ass beat, and you want to bring it back up. I mean,
well, that right. Oh, he recently said this.
Yeah, this is today.
Oh, that still might be the biggest upset. I don't know if that was the biggest upset. Somebody else had given us another one in the comments, but I missed saying who it was. It was another real good one. I'll find it. Phenomenal Mexican says Turkey needs a card on Thanksgivings.
They don't celebrate that.
No,
you're gonna have to compete with football on Thanksgiving. Oh, that's a big feat.
That's a big weekend. That is a big weekend. That's right. Tevin Smith says Big Turk dishing out big money, big bags, but you're gonna have to earn it. No light touches. That's why Canelo and Tank ain't trying to mess with him. Tevis, I agree 100%, but they don't have to either because they have crazed fans that will support them with whatever they do. So they don't have to. They don't have to deal with Turkey. I'm interested to see though, and I wanted to ask you since we have you on, Shanae, what do you think about this Tank Davis Lamont Roach fight?
I don't think about it.
Oh.
I don't think about it at all.
Oh yeah, that was the fight. Liam Pyro and Matias was a big upset to a lot of people. I picked Pyro though, but go ahead, friend.
Well, first off, y'all know I can't, behind the scenes stuff, so I can't even really support it. But just in general, right? If he was not in the picture, I still wouldn't be thinking about the fight because here's what I don't like. Well, here is actually what I do like.
Let's start with the positive first.
I have a hunch. I think that these guys are getting sick of Tank. And they're like, you know what? He can't fight if we don't want to fight him. Because in boxing, it takes two to tango.
It does.
Sometimes, right, the paycheck just ain't worth all the drama and all the stipulations and all the rules that's going to come with fighting him. And I remember y'all was talking about this on Friday. Well, y'all touched on it on Friday because I had completely forgot. Robert has Rayo now. He's in the gym with Robert Garcia. So it kind of made sense why he fired Jose Sr. as his manager as well. Because, things start getting tricky. But I remember Robert saying Rayo would have to go back down to 135, which he's not going to do.
He was never for it.
No, and why I like Robert, right? He's very smart. Robert been in the business a long time.
And he got his brother a lot of money.
And also, right, we forget Robert was around during the Floyd era. So he know all the BS that come with going over there and deciding to want to fight them. But why would Rayo, who can't even make 135, drain himself to go down to 135, probably pull a Janabek and pass out? Okay, then you can only rehydrate 10 pounds, which for him is probably not enough. Because if y'all know anything about boxing, the way that they cut weight, they eat one meal and put 10 pounds back on. What is why? And then it's not a chance, it's not even for a belt. There's nothing to gain from that, I guess is what I'm saying for Rayo, right? So I feel like a lot of these guys are starting to figure out we ain't really got nothing except for maybe an ass whooping waiting for us.
And some money.
And some money. But if we get into other big fights, you still gonna make the money.
Big fights that I have a real opportunity and chance at winning, because like you said, it comes with stipulations when you sign up to fight Tank Davis. That's just what it's been. Okay. With somebody like Rayo, not only will he become, and the thing is, what trips me out, I think Tank's a hell of a fighter. In my Florida.
I do. I think he's very skilled.
I think
I have no qualms about Tank. What I have the issue with, but this goes kind of back to, I think, just the fans and the times that we're in, right? He cherry picks. I don't care what y'all say. I know Lamont is a champ at 130. I don't quite frankly give a damn because we ain't fighting at 130. He bringing him up 5 more pounds to come up to 35 to fight. It ain't a belt on the line because everybody gets to keep their shit no matter which way this goes.
Oh, is that the T? There's no belt on the line in this fight?
No, even if Lamont loses, he gets to keep his belt at 130. So what are we doing this for?
But wait a minute. If he, by chance, by happenstance, beats Tank, he doesn't win his belt?
He is still the champ at 130.
No.
He will not upgrade to be the champ at 135.
He won't take his belt.
Nope.
I didn't know that. That's news.
What are we doing this for?
Okay, you know what?
You just bored?
Let's get off here because
you could have found somebody that is ranked in the WBA.
Grady Schofield, he want to put his son in the ring of fire. Let him. Let that dog out.
I've been
saying
that.
I know y'all fucking lying.
I've been saying that.
Y'all mad at Lamont Roach, but want him to fight Granny Skull's son?
No, friend.
Granny Skull's son is ranked in his division.
But what I'm saying is, friend, right? If there's nothing on the line here, this is just a fight for some BS. If you going to dog walk somebody, do somebody in your division. Like, there's literally nothing at stake here except for we just going to Houston to catch a fight. There's nothing at stake.
I did not know that. I knew Lamont would keep his belt no matter what at 130. I did not know that if by chance he beats Tank, he still does not become the champion at 135. I did not know that. I did not know that.
I too, Karma, like the fight. I need some help. I'm up here by myself tonight, apparently.
And then, right, listen, look, whatever. It's going to be what it is. But again, when it doesn't sell, then y'all have no one to be mad at but Tank. Now, we can even take this a step further, right? Because this is where I come in. Where's Lamont? Lamont, where are you? I hope you're watching this, or if you do watch it, not trying to be shady. What I'm saying is you are going into what is going to be one of the biggest fights of your career. You need to be outside, boo. You need to be doing all. If you're gonna take this fight, okay, for what it's worth, make the most of it. Make yourself a name. Stop depending on, and this is where these guys mess up. Stop depending on one side to sell the fight. Do your part.
Do your part.
Or social media to sell the fight.
or social media. Like, let's keep it, because at this point, social media ain't even selling it because social media ain't buying it.
We don't care. And unless you have somebody like a BOXIANA and your corner, that's gonna hype this thing up.
Like,
no, nobody wants to hype up for these people anymore. They saw how them people was calling me granny, and they want to whoop my ass and shit over boosting the fight. Nobody wants to do that anymore, friend. That's a wrap.
Listen, it's you know, the B-side, the B-side, right, doesn't understand that they also have a part to play in how these fights go. You have to, I don't care if there isn't a story, right? If you had a publicist, it would be my job. If it ain't a story, we gonna make one.
I feel like he's already too respectful and shit. When I heard him say he gave Tank some dap because he softened up Garcia, I was like, oh, goddamn, Lamont.
I'm gonna call Boots and go up there and spar with Boots. Sweetie, you need to go spar with a heavyweight because that's what's gonna be coming at you. Okay.
You, in no shade at all to Lamont.
He need to go spar with David. He need to go Benavidez. He need to spar with somebody that's punching some shit.
Blazers, I hear what you're saying. It's DC versus Baltimore. They should have had it in
it's not DC versus Baltimore because it ain't even in this motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying.
All the way in Houston.
They should have had the shit
I'm
in
not
the
going
area.
down the street to Capital One, motherfucker. We going all the way out of town for some shit that should have been up the street.
Go ahead.
Okay. I have a thing why it's in Houston because originally, you know, we were supposed to be here for the fight and we ended up in Vegas. They're trying to build a Houston market for fights. We have one here in Dallas. Errol Spence is 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So we need a new market in Texas for boxing. So I'm thinking that's what I'm saying. We were supposed to be here for Take It Frank. We had made plans. We had already made plans for this. What, friend? Go ahead, friend.
I understand that. But this ain't the fight that need to be here. That's what I'm saying. You saved that shit for next year in June when you fight
with Shakur.
Right, with Shakur. That makes sense. Shakur's from Houston. That makes sense. You don't have to come down here and figure the shit out because you're Tank Davis. Your fans are gonna go wherever the fuck you go, and we gonna see how they come here. Or if they come here, we gonna see.
Not you, but this is what I be talking about with you fans. Y'all are dumb. Y'all are stupid. It's DC versus Baltimore. Well, why the fuck it ain't down the street?
That's all I'm saying.
You're not smart. You're not as smart as you think you are. If we was gonna have first of all, Houston is a real outside lit city. Okay, if we gonna turn it up in the summer. Bring them out. Bring the money out in the summertime. We fighting a week before Christmas. I have
in December. Do they not know that Houston folks don't like the cold? We don't like cold.
I got to give my baby a bike. Okay, I'm not.
The hell?
If we gonna be outside, right? If you're gonna use. And one thing I will say, I actually think boxing would do better if they went back to doing more regional events, right? I like the fact that Boots is fighting in Philly. Now, I will say Boots is not going to always be able to do that because he's going to get to a point where, with like when he go to 54, he's going to be the B side a lot of the times. So you can't always command, right? But if we're doing Lamont and Tank, this is a DMV event, and the DMV is gonna pop out. They're gonna be in there with their fur coats. Everybody's coming down from New York. Everybody's coming down from New Jersey. People will come up from Virginia. People will come up from the Carolinas. Atlanta will come. Make it make sense. He and Shakur should be a summertime fight in Houston. At least Jay Prince. You know, I'm not going to say too much about James, but what I am saying is the city will come outside for that.
Absolutely. And the city gonna come outside for this.
They will come out for this too. But it makes more sense.
It just doesn't, to me, it don't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me either. But go off, PBC and whoever thought this was a good idea. Go off. I agree with you. The fight for Houston, Texas, for Tank Davis would have been him and Shakur Stevenson. And it may still be, but I don't think so. That fight is going to happen in Vegas. That's going to be a Vegas fight because it's such a huge fight. That's going to be in Vegas. TD Harden, thank you so much. He says, Texas girls are at it again. Just got here. Who's the cute chick in the middle? That's our good sister, Janae. PR extraordinaire. But yeah, I think that somebody dropped the ball there. And who knows if we ever get him and Shakur, because the way this is going, and I'm just gonna be honest with y'all, the way this is going, I feel like him and Tim need to burn up whatever hit list they thought they lied and told the people that they had. They need to burn it up. Burn it up, because you're not fighting. At least Tim is getting in the ring. Let me say that. Tim is getting in the ring with folks, okay, that have belts, trying to win one or unify. I know y'all have a laundry list of excuses as to why Tank Davis is fighting Lamont Roach. I'm going to shut up about it. If his ass don't fight somebody next year, and I mean, I don't want to hear nothing else about no tune-up. I don't want to hear nothing else about they didn't want it. I don't want to hear make some shape.
Here's my thing.
You are the man.
Because Tank can't say, because here's the thing. Like Turkey, you say you the big dog, then you should be making these fighters offers that they would never refuse.
That's my thing. If you're that guy, 1 minute Tank is the guy. He's the A side. Then the next minute, oh, he can't make these guys fight him. Oh, don't nobody want to fight him. So which one is it? Because you can't be both.
I'm going to tell y'all what the problem is. And I'm going to say it, and y'all probably finna tear me up. But it's fine. I'm going to say it. Tank finally fought somebody who could punch. And that was big and country. And said, nah, this ain't what I want.
So what you trying to say?
Because what I'm saying is, I think if Frank didn't have 10-pound clauses on him, because we saw how Tank's face was when he left that fight. I think he done got punched on a little bit and said, nah, player, 140 who?
They're going to call you a hater, friend.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Janae. Ladies and gentlemen, Janae.
I'm just, listen, because I don't be having no dogs in these fights. My guy's a prospect. We trying to work on building a campaign. But what I'm saying is, he got punched on a little bit and said, no, I'm not about this life. Tank is how many years old? And y'all making he's the face of boxing. Y'all got all these excuses, but yet he could turn down offers because, oh, I'm not fighting in the UK. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm the A side. You need to make me an offer I can't refuse. Well, boo-boo, why you can't make one? Let's talk about it.
You make too much sense. They're not going to like.
I don't be having no dogs in these fights. So I just want y'all to really understand that about me. My guy is a prospect. We trying to build a campaign to get him to a world title fight at 130. That's my focus. That's my job. But what I am saying is, You get punched on by somebody and the next fight you got to go dig somebody up from 130. Looking a little funny in the light. And I don't care that Frank got knocked out because Frank was putting the beats on him for a few rounds. We all saw the same fight. Some of us was there for all the rounds.
He was there too. He was there too.
Rounds.
Friend, he was there too.
Oh, get out the comments, stop playing because I'm on one tonight, and I didn't even have me a drink, y'all. This is straight, just unfiltered, raw, uncut.
Fire. Tevin Smith says they can't fight in B-more. Omar from the Wire will be outside whistling and waiting to rob everybody coming out the state.
That's why we're not going to ghetto ass Baltimore. I said Capital One. That's in DC. Metro PD, and that's around the time of the election and stuff. Metro PD is locking y'all up. I want y'all to come to DC. Matter of fact.
TD Harden.
Y'all going to federal jail. Lock them up.
He said the cute girl in the middle might be right. Mm-hmm. I'm glad they listening. They listening to somebody other than us because they be thinking we don't know.
Y'all saw Tank's
you
face.
Mad. Charles, why you mad, honey? Cause she done told
y'all saw Tank's face. We all seen it.
Did see it. Did.
Oh.
Did see
you didn't make them upset now. You didn't talk
see.
about that guy.
Did.
That's fine. I'm just saying the A side plays a part, the B side plays a part. The B side in this fight, although I'm not going to watch it, well, I am going to watch it, but it's going to be free 99. Should certainly play his part and do what you need to do to not only build the fight, but build your name. And that's what a lot of these guys don't do. They come to this fight and just be like, oh, well, Tank going to sell it. Why are you not interested in selling yourself?
Right. Well, you know what? I think the reason why is because they don't want to bring too much light to themselves because they don't have the confidence that they're going to win. So they really don't want people to see what's finna happen to them.
But
they really don't.
But my thing is, whether you lose, I mean, okay. In everyone's mind, Lamont is going to lose anyways. So at this point, that can't even be a focus point. The focus point should be you need to continue building your fan base because you're going to go back to 130 for your belt.
Correct.
And you have to sell tickets for your fights. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. But also, fighters, everybody that's in here listening, you guys, first of all, y'all need to stop spending up all your money after every fight because I don't work for free.
Ma'am.
What?
Ma'am.
I don't work for free.
Ma'am.
Nothing is free, and especially not the better things in life. They're not free. And so what I'm saying is, if you want, sometimes stars can be built. And sometimes even after L's, right, you could bounce back, but it's all about in how you do things. If you don't keep your name out here in the streets,
who is?
Why would anybody else?
Who is?
Even if you come into the fight as a B-side, if you ain't selling no tickets, you're not putting yourself in any better situation for your next fight.
And not only that, like I said, I'm not picking Lamont Roach to win this fight. However, how he fights this fight will speak volumes about how he moves going forward or how he's able to move going forward.
Mr. A lot of smoke at 130.
Because it's a lot of smoke at 130. The OG Mr. Munn, how you doing, Mr. Munn? He says Tank KO Frank, but real boxing fans saw the whole fight, not just the KO. Them first 5 rounds was all Frank, and I can't disagree. Mm-hmm. What's up, Drink More Water? I see you up in here. I see you, BF, that snuck up off in here. King Grayson and all the rest of y'all that have come up in here. So let's see. Honey, we've been having some great boxing conversation. Janae, I know people are loving you today. What else happened this week that we need to talk about? Or what's coming up?
Sharita's on Wednesday.
Say it again. Ooh. Oh, Sharita. Sharita's on Pro Box
on Wednesday.
Finally getting her title shot.
And this is the other thing, because this is a sidebar. When you are not a very known fighter, you have to work your way up to certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Having sponsorship packages is fantastic. I think every fighter should have one, but they should also be realistic.
No! Abe, abort! I am holding on to my seat. I need you to let me.
That's all I'm going to say. Okay. They need to just be realistic. These fighters, okay, because let's talk about it, because Brian Norman was the main one who brought it to the forefront, complaining about all his expenses. Well, Pookie Bear, some of those expenses would be chopped up if you got some sponsors. But because no one knows you, you can't get any sponsors. And then when you do send out your sponsorship package, it says something so insanely bogus that somebody would delete the email and then just like go on about their day.
Are you talking over these people's heads? Please stop. Please stop. Please.
So what I'm saying is the fighters should not be complaining about expenses and all that. We all got to pay bills. But what I am saying is if you want to get some of those expenses paid, they should be realistic. They should make sense. Okay. Because I know y'all don't know about that. So Janae is just putting you on to some more stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Boxers typically ask for sponsors. Sometimes they don't end up with sponsors because they crazy.
And unrealistic.
Absolutely. And they also take sponsors and then don't live up to what they say they're going to deliver for the money, which is why they generally don't end up getting sponsors again. I'm just telling y'all, like, y'all love it. Y'all think y'all are like boxing managers, you're fanagers. So like, let's talk about the business part of it. I'm just telling them. But she's fighting on Wednesday, 10/23. I'm pro box. I'm pro box.
My birthday is next week, you guys.
Yeah.
Y'all bring them dollars out for BOXIANA, okay?
Bring them dollars out. Yes, managers. That's exactly what they are, GD. So Shay Metcalf she'll be on Pro Box on Wednesday. And then on November the 2nd?
Oh no, friend, don't skip past Regis now.
I'm sorry. October 26th in Manchester, England. We have Jack Catterall versus Regis Prograis. Now, you guys, I did not see the small snippet of footage that they showed of Regis, but when I saw it, because my good sister Janae sent it to me, where are his eyebrows?
When you said that, friend, I didn't even notice the eyebrows was gone.
That's the first thing I noticed. When people cut weight, for some reason, their eyebrows get gone. And the first time I ever noticed it was when Devin was in Australia. And I said, where are his eyebrows? Because he was looking really sick. But I said, what is, something is drawing me to his face that should not be drawn. And it was his eyebrows were thin. I think eyebrows stand out when you losing weight, like an uncomfortable amount of weight. He already looked decimated. We ain't even in fight. I mean, what is going on? What is going on?
He was too worried about them drug tests.
Did they have one yet?
Shockey said, Shockey said Vada packed up on them.
See, I know I'm not crazy. Karma, who is the nurse of boxing, she said the nurse. She said it's because the cut is messing with their thyroid. I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew JPC, who is that? Yeah, stop saying that man look like a thumb. Please stop. I want y'all to stop it. Stop it.
He do look like VJ Booty Hole meme. I'm screaming.
You know what?
Don't say don't. Yeah,
I'm not friend. No, because I didn't cut up bad enough.
I'm not
I didn't cut up bad enough. I didn't did my part today, so I'm not even going to go no further.
I don't want to know nothing about. Yeah, no.
I'm sorry.
I didn't do my part. I'm not going no further, Nik. I promise.
Mr. OG, Mr. Mutt, he says Reach is too big for 140, too small for 147, in my opinion.
Ain't Regis about 30, 35?
He's in the same category, I want to say, age range as the Charlo brothers. They're in the same age range, I believe.
So he's been a career-long junior welterweight?
He has, I believe. It's time he needs to move to 147, but I don't think he can compete up there because he lacks the fundamentals that are needed to compete up there with people that are going to be naturally stronger than him. So I think, and speaking of that, let me just, because there was another fight this weekend we can touch on. I don't know if y'all saw it, but Anthony Yard fought yesterday too, and he fought back at home, and it was supposed to be a fight. A stay busy fight, a get back fight for him to get back in the win column. And y'all know I really like Anthony Yard. I enjoy him, but he didn't look good to me yesterday. He fought somebody, in my opinion, that I think they thought he was supposed to walk through and look good against and finish him. Well, because they're trying to set up a fight between him and Buasi. Well, it didn't go that way. In the first round, he knocked the dude down. And from that point on, it's like he woke him up. And dude started fighting, like, really good. He gets hit too much to me. It's almost like, he started late. He started late, and you can tell now. So he won the fight. It was a decision, but he did not look good at all yesterday. He didn't. Regis' mama did shape it.
I want him out of here. She didn't turn him.
All right, wrap it the fuck up. I'm not joking.
I'm gone. Yeah, I'm sick of y'all this evening. Now I'm trying to have a decent ass boxing conversation, and y'all in here having a hee-haw fun good time. I cannot with y'all. I'm sick of y'all. Y'all have shown y'all entire tails this evening.
Y'all wrong.
Wrap this up. Y'all have a
Janae, you go first. You go first, and I'll go after you because you're the guest friend. You go first. You go.
How we gonna close this thing out? We should say a prayer. For y'all in the comments and for me, because when I rejoin on Friday, my wrench will be gone. I'm gonna be a D-class citizen on this show. Going.
You starting back from the bottom.
That's fine. I want you fanagers to get a life. Okay. I sincerely hope that you learned something today. And got some good laughs. And that's really it. I will say this, right? Like at the end of the day, y'all got to support these guys. Y'all don't know the half of really what goes on. Y'all don't understand. And they really do. They work hard. They want to come and give y'all fights. And they just want support. And stop being weird if they take a loss. Like, yes. A loss has never defined nobody.
Correct.
Like everybody takes a loss. You've taken a loss. That's why you so miserable with life. So what I'm saying, So I'm just saying, support them. People in boxing, we have to start scouting out these young guys, these young talents, and really supporting them on their campaigns to wherever they want to get to. Because I feel like another thing that's missing in boxing right now. You know, outside of like Carmel and Abdullah, I think is a really good up and coming talent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a couple of guys, but there's not enough to fill in all these gaps.
Correct.
And you guys gotta, like, if any fighter watches this, you know I done joked and cut up a little bit, but when it comes to business, I do handle it. And so you guys have to get teams and people in place that are removed from the emotional part of wanting the best for you, right? Because at the end of the day, this is a business, and you can't get to where you're going if the people around you ain't never been there, and they don't know how these things work, and they don't understand how important it is that things be done in the correct manner, that you conduct yourself in a certain kind of way. So I would really just say that stop spending your money between every fight, and really invest in, if you want a career, invest in it. Make these promoters work for you, because they do in reality. And if you have money, you could take back some of that power. So just that's what I would really say. Like, get y'all a team that knows boxing, that knows the business, that knows how to conduct business, that can put you in the game. And if any of y'all want to hire me, like I said, I'm not free.
Put your information. Please give the people your information and tell them where they
can. It
find
ain't cheap, and cheap ain't good. Y'all can follow me on Twitter. What's so crazy? I don't even know my Twitter handle. It's at A
Side Sports. Thank you, because you're ridiculous. Why didn't you know that?
Yeah, it's at A Side Sports. That's my Twitter. I did start an Instagram, but I'm not really on Instagram because I don't really like. That's not my forte. But yeah, y'all follow me. I tweet about boxing. I tweet about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So,
well, we really, really, really enjoyed having you, friend. We will definitely have to do this again. They're already asking for you in the chat.
Oh Lord. Oh, yeah. I done did wrong.
Now you've done right. You've done right. You've done right, actually. Go ahead, Boxy.
Shout out.
Oh, phenomenal. You know what? I'll be saying every week that
I'm not giving. I'm not giving no exit. I'm not giving no exit. I don't have nothing good to say to you ungrateful sons of bitches. That's how I feel right now. You're ungrateful and you want to replace me on my day off? Good. Replace me on my day off. I tell you what.
Steal the boxes, friend. You ain't stealing them boxes.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, that's okay. I'm perfectly fine. That's okay. I'm good. I'm not giving you no clothes. My birthday coming up. I'm fixing to turn 39. I don't owe y'all shit, and not even a goodbye. So I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
Y'all bring my friend them dollars. It's her birthday. She is like a sister. She's me and Nik's sister from another mister. Literally.
I thought you was going to call me a senior citizen. I'm not bullshitting, and I was fixing to leave. I thought that's what was coming. I said, I didn't know what was coming out. I thought you was going to call me a senior citizen.
I'll be that for the comments. I would never do you like that. I would never do you like that. Not with them. Not off the cameras, but not with them. Not in front of company.
Wait a minute. Let me read this real quick. He came in here late and he had this to say. Nik, Boxy, salute sisters. I got to get y'all this. Y'all selves. Oh, I got to give y'all this. I think is what he's saying. Y'all selves for non-KOH money, the only chat lines I see that can do a live without mentioning GTD. Salute my girls. You know what, Ruben? Thank you. But you lying though, Ruben. A little bit. You lying a little bit, Ruben, because I'm not familiar with who H Money is. But I know for sure.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Well, maybe I am.
You remember that man that had them 15-hour lives? I text you in the middle of the night, friend. They live talking about Devin Haney at 3:23 in the morning. Yeah, you know exactly who.
Okay. Well, then, if that's who that is, then you doing a little bit of lying, Ruben, because me and my girl, we can absolutely get on here and not mention that person. But them other people you just named, honey baby child, they can't do a show without mentioning him or his nemesis. It's gonna happen every freaking show. It's gonna happen. We can do shows and not mention either. But every show they have, he's gonna get mentioned and his nemesis is gonna get mentioned. But we appreciate you. We do. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyway, thank y'all for coming in. Okay. We appreciate y'all chilling with us and whatnot on this good Sunday. Make sure you come back on Friday and next Sunday. We're going to chop it up about Regis and we're going to see what he look like on the scale and whatnot because he already slim thick. But we're going to see what he look like on Friday.
Jack finna put the beats on his ass. He gonna beat him. He gonna beat him good. He gonna beat him.
We gonna see. I kind of want Regis to win. I want Regis to win. We'll talk about it Friday though. Y'all make sure y'all come back Friday. Tivis came back with a super chat. He says, dude came in here lying on Sunday because them dudes is on paper. I don't know about all that.
You know what, Nick? Go ahead and end the show because they ain't gonna stop.
I don't know about all that. All I'm saying is we're gonna see y'all on Friday. We appreciate y'all. Have a great work week. Mind your tone and delivery and all of that. And we'll see y'all back on Friday.
Perfect.